In the Kickstart video, I take a look at three of the major currency pairs: the euro versus US dollar, dollar versus yen, and sterling versus US dollar from a technical perspective. The Bank of Japan did raise rates by 25 basis points overnight. That sent the yen higher initially, but we've seen a snapback rally in that currency pair. I'll talk about it and the other two currency pairs in this video, so let's get started. Just being consistent with what I do every day, I'll start with the euro versus US dollar, and I'll look at the hourly chart. And if you take a look at the hourly chart and you focus on this yellow area right here, you can see how it was support here and resistance all through here, here. Well, what happened today? Well, we broke above the resistance area right here, this yellow area right here. We moved above it, then we came back down. We kind of tested the low of the area and held this 61.8% retracement as well before rocketing back to the upside. So successful break, a little retracement, and move higher. So this area right here is going to now be a strong support, or should be strong support. If the buyers who broke the market to the upside today are true to their word, true to their move, then this area is key support. If we start to move back below that the buyers are going to be disappointed. I would imagine there might be a stops being triggered, and the price could rotate back down toward our other levels here, which include the 50% retracement at 1.04028. So that's number one. On the top side, the next target area I have outlined includes this swing area up through here, where we had first swing highs and then swing lows through here, with the market trying to stay extended up here into the December highs. But then we fell back below this swing area through here. And what do? We found willing sellers here forming this ceiling. So we had floor here, ceiling here, and the price ultimately moved to the downside. So that's going to be our next target on the top side up here between 1.0532 and 1.0543. We currently, we moved up toward that level, got above the 105 level, rotated back down. We're currently trading at 104.74. So it looks like this is more in risk of being tested. That's okay. Break to the upside, come back down toward that, rotate to the upside. That's what you want. Buyers want to see who are focused on the bullishness from the break in this currency pair today. Let's take a look at the dollar versus yen next. I mentioned that the Bank of Japan did raise rates, and that helped to send the currency pair lower and into this swing area. Again, just use your eyes, folks. The eyes tell it. What you see is not untrue. It is a fact. And here we have a swing high. We have swing lows right here. The market moved higher. We came back down toward that area, which also happened to be the 38.2% retracement, and move up from the December low. It's back here to the January high. 38.22 comes in at 154.93. This swing area comes between 154.77 and 96. We tested again earlier this week, and we tested again today off of the Bank of Japan interest rate decision. We tried to get below this level, couldn't do it. And what happens then? The sellers become buyers, and we force the price back to the upside. We are now extending above the 200-hour moving average, like we did earlier this week on both the Wednesday and Thursday. We toyed with this, getting above and below this moving average. We even did it at the start of the trading day today. So this is nothing new here, and all these moves failed. But the question today is this break right now going to propel this pair even higher? Watch getting above the 156.45 level and staying above that level. We couldn't do it earlier this morning. If we get back above that level after this break lower and the failure to get below this low, maybe enough to keep the price action moving back to the upside. The news is out. The Bank of Japan raised rates. Now what becomes a question for this currency pair, and also the focus may return back to the U.S. dollar. By the way, yields are little change in the U.S. A lot of times the dollar versus yen does react to U.S. yields, but they are a little changed in trading here today, so it's not necessarily a big, huge catalyst for this currency pair. But if the price were to move back below the 200-hour moving average, move back below the 100-hour moving average, that would change the story for this pair. We might see, again, the failure up here leading to lower prices in this currency pair. So it's not over, but the buyers are certainly making a play in the dollar versus yen after the Bank of Japan interest rate hike. Finally, let's take a look at the sterling versus US dollar. And like the euro versus US dollar, we made a little break today. for the break in this currency pair was getting above the 38.2% retracement. As you can see, earlier this week, the price came up to that 38.2% retracement, found willing sellers. We did it again yesterday, found willing sellers against the level. Pushed a little bit lower, but in trading here today, what did we do? We broke above that level, and you could see the momentum to the upside on the corrective move lower. We came back down toward that level, found willing buyers, and it's pushed the price higher toward the 50% retracement of this move to the downside from the December high to the January low. The inability to get above that, or we found willing sellers, let's just say, against that 50% retracement level on the first look, and we've rotated back to the downside, currently trading around the 124.07 level. Just above the 124 level. Watch that 124 level, but certainly like the euro versus US dollar, once you break a level that had been resistance, you want to see that level hold like it did right here on the dip, and so we don't want to see the price move back below that level. If it does, then I think the buyers turn to sellers and we push back to the downside. It's okay to rotate back down and rotate back higher, but we do ultimately need to get above the 50% retracement. The 200 bar moving average on the 4-hour chart, this top side of the swing area defined by these levels, to show that the buyers are continuing their bullish run in the sterling versus US dollar. So there you have it. Look at the three major currency pairs to kickstart your trading day. My name is Greg McCloskey. Good fortune with your trading. Bye-bye now.